It looks black, brown, crusty, dusty.
It looks like you just want something to complain about to me.
It's not that I want.
All right, welcome back to Real Talk Corners in the building. Got my co-host here, Bella. I was about to say Sabrina.
Bella, Sabrina, you know.
Today she's Bella.
Right.
Why? Because we always got some shit to say. That's why we're back. And we're gonna watch some shit. All right, the next one we gonna watch is some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
This is just showing all of us basically what this dating world is.
Mm-hmm.
This is the dating world, y'all.
So y'all tell me what's so bad about me deciding to cook a home cooked meal for my girl.
No, everything is bad about it. Just someone said, because it's our second day.
So what?
I expect you to take me to the Capitol Grill.
And we will go to the Capitol Grill.
When?
On another day. We went out last.
Keep his word. I have more. When you take me out and do more.
I'm keeping my word.
No,
You haven't
even your word.
You haven't even.
You're not.
You don't even know that yet.
No. Listen. You see this?
I see it. It's amazing.
It looks amazing.
It looks amazing.
It looks black, brown, crusty, dusty.
It looks like you just want something to complain about to me.
It's not that I want something to complain about, but I expect you to stick by your word.
I am sticking by my word.
This is our second
Exactly.
Day,
so how do you know?
And we're not going.
How do you know that though?
Because I'm here. What do you mean? No. Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you the effort of cooking,
right.
But I wanted to go out with you. I want to have
and
fun.
We will, but I wanted to cook for you. I want to show you that. I want to show you versatility. It's easy for me to take you out.
This is too no.
Yes, it's easy for me to take you out.
Okay, it's easy.
It takes a lot more thought to cook for somebody, right? That's all I'm saying.
I do not want this. You hear me? I don't want this. I expected more from you, and that's that. Like, come on.
So you wait until I cook up this meal just for you to decide that you don't.
I didn't know you was
I told you we were coming to my house. What did you think?
That we're going to the Capitol Grill,
and like, we will go there eventually. But tonight you're at David's house eating my dinner.
So that means what? You do not keep your word, right?
I do keep my word.
You do not keep your word.
How do I? If I didn't keep my word, why? If I didn't keep my word, how?
She keeps saying about him not keeping his word. You know, like I guess he said he was going to take her to Capitol Grill or whatever. And then this is their second date. And on the second date, instead, he chooses to cook for them. Now, I've seen some people cover this and they've said some opinions about this. And on that part about it, I don't think it's wrong for if you're talking to someone and you're talking about all the places that y'all could go and they're like, yeah, we could go here, there, we could go there. Your first date, they take you out, whatever. And then the second date, he's like, you know what? I want to cook for her. Let me cook for her, you know? And then you go and this is the way you act. To me, I feel like it's wrong. You know, I don't feel like.
I agree. That's so selfish. That's so, you see, and this is what we was talking about the other day. These women, and she don't look young. So we can't even say these young women because she don't look young. These women have these, okay, they're just so ungrateful because she sounds so ungrateful. Right. And to me, they don't see the bigger picture. It's not the little things, you know, like, I mean, I can talk for myself because little things matter to me. If I'm the type of person, and I've been talking about like when I was first starting my spiritual journey and I was into the crystals and I'm like, you know, got crystals laying around, got my crystal book here and there, and start dating someone and for our little exchange of gifts, he buys me crystals.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if that crystal was $3.
Right.
The fact that he bought me crystals is what mattered to me. Right. I had the biggest smile on my motherfucking face. Right. Like, honestly, I was just so shocked that he paid attention to what was going on in my life and what was now my interest.
Right.
and showing me, for one, you support me on this. For two, that you paid attention.
Right.
He ain't spiritual. He don't like crystals. You know what I mean? But the fact that he
Right.
knew this was something that I obviously was now taking interest in.
Right.
So again, to me personally, if someone did that, that would be so much. That's brownie points. Like,
Right.
because I'm another one. So you don't gotta spend money. And
Right.
and I seen her video. And she's like, oh, cause broke or a bum or something. And he's like, I own my house. And then my thing is this, sweetie, what made you think that that food didn't cost money? He made you a steak.
Right. And that's not no thin steak either.
You know what I mean? He had to buy these groceries. You know what I mean? And to me, let's look deeper. The fact that he went grocery shopping, went and got this steak, went and said, you know what? He probably said, I really like this girl. I want to show her something different, because that's another thing. Let's just be honest. Dudes always take us out. That's the norm. We always going to dinner. So he probably said to himself, you know what? She's probably always going to dinner, when guys approach her. Let me show her something different and cook dinner for her. Like, yeah, when I seen this video, I was like, but it's sad, because these are the women that do this. And then, how can I say, make men feel like this is too much. So now when they come across women like us, it's like, you know what? I'm not going to, because now they have it programmed in their head. This is the mentality of a woman.
Right.
So I'm not going to even do this, when it's not. Oh, it's totally not.
Men do not think that all women think like this.
Do not.
And it's crazy, because I saw some men who covered this that were agreeing with her. And I was like, wait, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Because I was like, for me, he does get cool points for the effort. He fucking cooked. Cooking is not something like, when you cook, anyone who knows someone who cooks, right? When you cook, you put love into that food. When you're cooking from the heart. And I think, unfortunately, her morals are all fucked up, because even like she's saying, oh, I got other dudes that take me here or there. Why would you even say that to a dude that you want a second date?
Exactly.
Like, okay, so now you want to floss all these dudes that you have.
Which sounds dumb, because it's obvious all these dudes you talk to ain't never did no shit like this for you. Because if they did, you wouldn't be reacting like this.
No, but you can tell she don't care, though. That's the prime thing, though. She don't care. She just want to be taken out so she could feel, so she could put that on her Instagram story or her Snapchat.
You took the words right out my mouth. She just want to be seen. She want to be seen.
Right.
She want to talk about she went to the Capitol Grill.
Right.
She want to say, you know what I mean? That's it. Oh, he took me here. That's what she's worrying about. She don't care about the actual time they spending together.
Nope.
She's not caring about none of that. That's just, but you know what? To me, that is a red flag for him to know. They ain't going to be a third date, because it's obvious that first date wasn't about you. It wasn't about getting to know you or spending time. It was the fact you took her out to dinner. And that's what she's looking forward to. She's looking forward to going to another dinner. And it's not about spending time, because you just cooked for her. She's in your home. This is nothing but quality time. You can't have quality time in a restaurant. And so I don't know why people think that.
There's nothing wrong with going out, but if you expect every date is supposed to be lavish, and this is the problem with the way that they talk about the modern woman, you want so much from guys. Not every man is making six figures and is going to be able to take you out every week to some lavish ass place. And if you're looking for something stable, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't.
I was just about to say that.
You wouldn't care. You wouldn't be like, oh, well, last week we went out here, and then this week we need to go out here, which is another fucking place where we can pop bottles and act like we rich on your dime, because we know he the one spending. You ain't fucking half in this shit.
Exactly.
You expect him to pay. So he's like, no, let me do something, because I'm actually feeling this girl. Let me do something different.
And that's my thing. Like, she called him out, like trying to play him. And it's like, to me, at the end of the day, you sound stupid, because you don't know. Obviously, you don't know him. That's your second date. So you don't know he owned his house. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we all know at the end of the day, it's only 1% of rich people in the world. 1%.
Right.
So it's we're barely making it middle, you know what I mean? So who's to say that this may even be the week that he may not have it. He got a whole mortgage and
Right.
whatever other bills that you don't know about. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it may be the week, but he could have easily said, you know what? I don't even want to see you, call it off and not even see her
Right.
because he couldn't have the money. He said to himself,
Right.
he wanted to see her. This is what I'm
Right.
saying. These are the type of chicks, though. At the end of the day, they opportunists. They're not looking for
Right.
love. And it's sad because I say this all the time. A lot of people, men and women, in this day and age, they are not looking for love. They're looking for
Nope.
help.
Right.
They're looking for help. They're
Right.
not looking for love. They're looking for
Yeah.
someone to pay their bills. They are looking for someone so they can keep their own money
Right.
and you spend yours.
Right. And just like she says, she got other dudes that be taking her out. So she expect you to take her out. And I get in the dating game when you're not committed to someone, you just dating, okay, do your thing, but don't talk shit about somebody's choice of a date. Because one,
Exactly.
you left it up to him to plan this date. You didn't say, okay, I'm planning this date. We gonna go here. You know what I mean? Meet me here or any of that. You left it up to him to plan it. You were like, okay, well, yeah, you gonna do this, and then you're mad at the choice. So at least just be like, you know what? I respect that you did this, but this is not my style. I'm not even trying to be like that. You're going off on this man for his choice as if it's like a shitty choice. Like I just don't get it. It's like just be appreciative for 2 seconds and be like, damn, this
Exactly. She's
cooks.
like, so, and that's the thing. These women these days, they are just so selfish. And this is how you know, though, that they don't know what it is to be treated right. Because, like I said, if
Right.
those dudes that she has have ever did this for her, she would have known to react different. So it's
Right.
obvious, ain't nobody never do this for her. And it's
Right.
sad that no
Right.
one's never did this for you because probably of the way she comes off. So
Right.
but he doesn't know her. It's only the second date. He's doing only what his character is because this is probably who he is,
Right.
but
Right.
I bet, at the end of the day, and that's my thing. They go through, she probably, to me, it's obvious she wasn't interested.
Mm-mm.
She was interested in what he can do. She was not
Right.
interested in getting to know him.
Nope.
And that's another thing too. These men, and it's funny because I was talking to my kid's dad about this the other day because he was telling me about one of his friends. And I was telling him, I said, these dudes need to know that when they are talking to these girls and they approaching them and stuff like that these girls are just looking for something to eat. They're just looking for somewhere
Right.
to go. They're not really interested.
Mm-mm.
And it's funny because I said that to say, he was telling me that his friend met some girl and that the girl told him, they went to some fancy restaurant, and the girl told him, oh, I'm bougie. I don't go to ratchet places. I don't go to low budget stuff, right? So now I was telling him, I was like, you need to let your boy know, for one, she's not interested in him. Because
Nope.
when you're interested in somebody, you
Right.
could care less where the fuck you go. Your thing is
Damn
you
straight.
with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're spending time
Right.
with them. When
Right.
you're interested in someone, it's about being around that person.
Yep.
You could care less where you're
Right.
at. You could be sitting on the bench for 2
Right.
hours. The fact that that's when you like somebody. But
Mm.
when you are not that into them, that's where that, and I said, she's not that into him. Let your boy know. I said, and I'm
Right.
telling you from a woman's point of view.
Right.
Because now I said, and all he's doing is letting her know, because now he told him, he was like, oh, he was taking her to another place, which was another expensive place. I said, yeah, I hope he knows he's the dude in the phone when she wants to go out
Yep.
and eat lavish. Is who she's calling.
Right.
He's not the one that she's calling when she want to spend time and chill and lay up and watch some
Right.
Lifetime with. She's the one who, when she wants to go eat good.
He ain't the Netflix and chill.
Oh no. And I was like, and I was telling him, I said, these men need to be,
Right.
be real with who they, what place they play in these women lives. Because to me,
Right.
those are red flags.
Right.
If a chick from jump tells you I'm bougie, for one, if you're bougie, you don't never have to say you're bougie.
Right.
That's just like a dude who has a big dick. If he got a big dick, he don't got to tell you.
Or if you ready to pay half on wherever you trying to go because you're not looking at what the other person got.
Because you're used to eating
Right.
You know, you're used to eating away, and maybe that's not the place. But you don't need to broadcast that stuff. You know what I
Right.
mean? You can tell who's what. It'll show in the way
Right.
you present yourself, in the way you know what I
Mhm.
mean? They would know that. But you saying, "Oh, I'm bougie. I don't go to ratchet places." No,
Right.
you sound ratchet by saying some stupid shit like that.
Right. You know, on your money, you go to ratchet places, but on
Exactly.
somebody else's dime,
It's so
your
funny
ass
because
ain't trying to go to
that's
get
what
the
my
fuck
kid's
out of
father
here with
said.
this.
He was saying that's what he said. He said, I bet she'll go to a ratchet place. So if she's spending.
All day, every day. Get your broke ass back in the fucking
No,
ratchet
and
place
it's
while you
true. And
talking
I
shit.
think a lot of men need to do this too. They
Right.
gotta kind of pay attention to the
Yes.
kind of women they're
Like
approaching.
this, red flag all day long. And the
Mm-hmm.
sad part is he seemed like he's someone who's actually trying to find somebody. So men, this would be it. Over done. Don't
Mm-hmm.
call her ass again. Don't try to win her over with nothing else. She ain't it. Because just like you said, we women, we know if we are into you. We know when we first fucking meet you on that first date, whether or not we even gonna have sex with you on another date, or how, you know what I mean? We already know
Mm-hmm.
that shit. We already know the chemistry. So if she's acting funny like this, and I'm pretty sure she was acting funny on the first date, but you kind of was like, maybe
Right.
first date.
Mm-hmm.
Now the way she's acting, that's clear she don't like you, because she keep trying to use this, oh, your word, to make it seem like you lying. But it's like, if you really like that man, you'd have been like, oh my God, you cook for me? You know,
And that's another
like,
thing too, though. A lot of dudes gotta stop doing that. Stop saying what you're gonna do for a chick. Because
right,
when you sitting there saying what you're gonna do for her, that's what's gonna keep her around, even if
right,
she's not interested. You know
right,
what I mean? That's like a dude always saying he got money, he got money. A chick who like a dude with money, she's
right,
gonna deal with you whether she like you or not. She's gonna
right.
tolerate you.
She
I
gonna
mean, I
pretend.
remember growing up, I used to hear my friends say that it's a
Right.
free meal. I don't like
Yep.
this dude. He ugly as fuck. This ain't it, but it's a free
Right.
meal. So, and there are grown women who still do
Yeah.
that to get a free
Yes.
meal, knowing that that's not their type, knowing that they don't like them, but because
Right.
it's a free meal, and again, they pick in the restaurant, so it's a
Mhm.
restaurant that they probably never been to and know they can't afford
Right.
themselves, but they
Right.
gonna let him do it. You know what I mean? And
Right.
every time call that person, and these guys gotta realize that. Stop acting like it's okay. Like to me, I think it's a turn off when a female asks a dude what he do for a living. That
Right.
shouldn't have nothing to do with you. That
I
is his
mean,
pockets.
I can see if you're just trying to get to know somebody and you want to know, like, what are the, about you. And so, like, okay, what do you do for a living? But when you get into how much you make and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it's none of your business on a date.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't feel like my pocket, like, you should be asking me how much I make. But if you want to know what I do for a living, I don't got
Mm-hmm.
no problems with that. But it's when you take it to trying to see how much they make.
Right.
You
Don't
know what I
talk my
mean? That,
pockets. Don't be
that's not your business. It's like that, unless we going to the next level where we about to move in and we splitting fucking
right. That's
bills.
different. Mm-hmm.
That's when I need to know how much you putting in. Do you got your money? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Can you match my shit or can I match your shit? Vice versa. You know what I mean? But that's the problem. A lot of these
Right.
females is worrying about a dude's pockets. Like, why are you worrying about his pockets?
Right. But it's
Like,
just, and this, unfortunately, you guys, don't be these women. I know that a lot of people are selling you this dream about getting dudes for money, getting this out of them. But you guys actually fucking hurt and traumatize a lot of men in their younger years. And this is coming from women who are in their 40s. So that we got a lot of, when it comes to our ages, now we dealing with a bunch of men that been played, that have
mhm.
been suckered, that have
Yeah,
been
you can imagine how he probably feel now. He
man,
probably scared to date because he's probably like you said,
right,
first date could have even went okay. And now he probably said, I'm gonna be a little vulnerable because that's vulnerable for you to
yeah.
cook for somebody. Come on now, like that's a
Even
whole
in
nother
this day and
side.
age, the second date to bring you home, because we just talked
Hmm.
about how people be robbing and all this stuff,
Exactly.
even to invite you to his crib, is he like you? Dudes don't just invite you to their home no more. There's
Mhm.
a lot of dudes is like, not to my house, I'll take you over here, I'll go to your house. Dudes
Mhm.
just aren't even inviting you to their home because of those issues. So if
It's
a dude
true.
invites you to their house, they really like you on some level where they're allowing you to come to their place, you know? I just think it's crazy. It's crazy to me. And I think we women, not we, because I ain't gonna include myself in this shit, but women need to do better. Need to fucking do better. I'm gonna play a little bit more.
How
if you don't have it, just say you don't have it.
I absolutely have it.
Actually tell me and have me expect maybe, okay, I don't have it, I'm gonna put something cute for her, she might like it. No, but you have to come over here expecting we're going somewhere and we're not actually going. I don't like that. I don't. I can have you do more for me than what you want to be. No.
Well, guess what? Guess what? You're with me right now, okay?
I'm with you right now.
Yes, we are on a date right now.
Exactly.
They didn't make the cut,
right
and I
now,
did.
Right? I'm with you right
they
now.
must have not did something right. I didn't lie to you about anything.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You told me we was going to Capitol Grill.
And we will go to the Capitol Grill, but I decided to cook for you this time.
I need you to stick by your word.
I
no,
do.
You're not.
I always
no,
stick by my word.
No, you're not. No, you are not.
You were just over here complaining. You haven't even had one bite of this food.
I don't want to have
You haven't even taken one bite out of it.
I expected to have.
Wow.
I expected more.
You shouldn't be expecting stuff so early on.
You shouldn't be lying to me so early.
I didn't lie. I didn't lie.
You shouldn't be lying to me so early.
I didn't lie about anything.
I'm here for a reason, right?
This is the second date.
I'm here for a reason, right? I'm here for a reason,
yeah,
right?
because you want to be here.
I expect to go to the Capitol, the grill. Okay, I want to go out. I want to stay in. Okay, you should have told me that. You should communicate.
I communicated
like
with
men
you.
too. Like these guys
exactly.
don't communicate. Y'all want to say that y'all have so much y'all drunk. I can really have to pull up and take you where I need to go.
Well, why don't you go with them then?
Okay.
Why don't you go with them?
You're right.
Since they are so much better than me, then why don't you go with them?
It's about them keeping the stack and you keeping the zero.
I kept it. This is my house. I own this house. Okay.
You own this house?
Yes, I own this house.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. And
so
I decided
to own a house, you can keep your word too.
I absolutely can.
So like you signed the lease, the mortgage, you can.
You are ungrateful. You are ungrateful.
I'm not ungrateful.
You're ungrateful.
You are a liar.
You are ungrateful. I didn't lie. I ain't lie about nothing. You're ungrateful.
You're false. You probably
forget it. Just you know what? Yeah, just forget it. Just give me my food back. Yeah, give me my food back. I will cook it for another woman. That she'll be appreciative because you know what? You ain't the woman for me.
Right. I'm gonna have to go on.
Yeah. You do that. You do that.
They got the bag, and he don't. Because he chose to cook for you on the second date. You don't know what this man got or what he don't got. You don't know what he rolling with or what he not rolling with. You just assume he broke because he decided to cook for you.
Right.
And he cooked you a steak. Like, dude, y'all chicks know how much steaks cost?
Mm-hmm.
That ain't
that's where it goes back that you could tell just by the things she said. Like you said, and you see again, that's why I say I think a lot of dudes mess up at. Stop saying what you're gonna do. Right. Stop saying what you can do.
Right.
Let it show. Because if she is, eventually you will go. But when you saying, because now her expectation was to go out to the Capitol Grill. So like you don't like she even said it. She said, why did you act like you had it if you didn't have it?
I gotta pull this up and see what is Capitol Grill.
Mm-hmm. What's their menu like? Because like, what is their menu looking like that she really wanted to go there? You know what it is? She probably was talking hella shit to her friends, telling them that she going to the Capitol Grill, and when she didn't go, she was gonna look stupid. That's probably what the fuck that happened.
Right. That's why I was like, wait a minute, let's look. What's this Capitol Grill?
That's what the fuck happened. She took hella shit that she was going. She probably told her friends, yep, tomorrow we going.
Oh, fine dining. That's what it is. Fine dining. So Capitol Grill, fine dining steakhouse. That's what she wanted to do.
And look, he made her steak. So you was going to get a steak just
So you wanted to go to fine dining. You wanted to Instagram this shit. You wanted to be like, oh, look at where I'm at. Look at, look at what I'm doing. Look at, getting all those pictures for your Instagram and your Snapchat. So he was like, you know what?
And then my thing is this. Let's just go a little back to how she looked. She was going fine dining dressed like that?
Right.
Because it looked like you were going to somebody's house to chill.
So we all know that fine dining, that's heels in a dress.
At least.
You look
shoe.
like you had some leggings and a top on, so you don't even look like you got fine dining money.
Exactly. Like you're again not used to going fine dining.
Like let's just
Because
look at it for what it is. We as women know when it's about fine dining, getting dressed up. That's a black dress. That is heels. You're looking the part. Anything that requires you to get dressed,
right.
you're not
So
going in
you
some
showed up to
fucking
his house dressed like that, and he was supposed to take you to fine dining.
right. You're not going in some rainbow leggings that cost $5.99. And
That's my
she
thing.
is it no, it's not she. What's the other one that everyone buys from? What's the
Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
what's the fucking
that the Instagram models be wearing and stuff. They be like,
right. I cannot remember the fucking place. I don't shop there, y'all. I don't drop a comment, let me know what it is. Cause y'all know
yeah, I
it's on
forgot.
the tip of my
I got
tongue.
it like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't
Tip of my tongue. You not going fine dining in that. I was on a cruise ship, right? And it was me and two of my friends, and we got dressed. They had a fine dining on the cruise ship. We wore whatever we want the whole time, but when it came to getting dressed up, we got dressed up to go. It's fine dining. You're not going in some fucking leggings.
Exactly.
So you over here talking shit to him about he don't have the bag, but do you? This is my problem with women and men these days dating. It's like, don't come to this table expecting more than what you can bring.
Exactly.
You're going to come expecting someone to have this money and this and that, and your ass is broke as fuck. What?
But that's my thing, like the expectations, if like I said, back to if you like a dude on some G shit, if you like a dude, a nigga could pull up and y'all could sit in the car and listen to music and vibe.
Right.
And if you like him, because
right.
you could stand being in his presence. To
Right.
me, when you going out to dinner and it's a big deal, it's
Right.
more about that female showing off than getting to know you, because
Right.
let's just be honest, it's dinner, it's loud, you really can't talk too much, you're
No.
talking over each other, it's basically you eating for about
Right.
an hour, you're not getting to know each other,
Right.
and then you dropping her home like you said, and then now she got her Instagram pictures to post up.
Right.
That was that. What did y'all accomplish? You didn't get to know her. What did
Right.
y'all talk about? You know what I mean? But that's when it's an opportunist. It's about her going to dinner, because second date
Right.
would have even been me pulling up and like that, even cooking and sitting in the living room listening to music, because the first date we didn't really get to talk and get to know
Right.
each other. So at least the second day now we can probably get to know each other, see
Right.
if we like each other, see if our personalities are compatible. You cannot see if your personalities are compatible over dinner. You cannot.
No, like even like when people talk about going to the movies and stuff, it's like you can't talk over the movie. And even
Mhm.
if you go out to eat, you can kind of ask some stuff, but it's still like you're not in an intimate setting to have a conversation. And I know
Exactly.
it's kind of scary to be like, oh, don't come back to my place in the beginning. I get that part, but you can do things that aren't all lavish and crazy and
Mhm.
loud with the person to get to know them, and
Yeah, you don't even have to go to their house. You can go to the local park. You can sit on a park bench
right,
and watch the
right.
sunset. And
It don't gotta
because
be
it's like you said,
nighttime.
it's not loud. It's just you and them, and you can talk and get to know them like that. Over, you can walk. You can walk and
Right,
talk.
right.
Those are places where you can actually pay attention and listen. Because that's another thing too. Over dinner, even if you're talking, no one's really paying attention because
Right,
everything else around them, you know what I mean? So you really
right,
they didn't get to hear anything you really said. And like you said,
right,
basic stuff. But if you're really trying to get to know somebody, like I said, her second date was just another opportunity to go to another fine dining. That
right.
was what that second date was about. It was not about for her to get to know him.
No, because you don't even have to do nighttime if you're leery about dating. You could do a lunch
Exactly.
date. You could do a lunch, a picnic. There's a
Mhm.
lot of things that don't gotta always cost. And that's my problem with that trying to be this whole lavish and everybody gotta pop bottles and all this. We gotta live. And if you don't have this money to just spend on me all the time, then you ain't shit. And the sad part about it is women like that will be alone when you get older because those men are acting like they got money. Some of them gonna be in jail because of the money that they that they working with right now. Not all of them gonna have that money when they get older, and a lot of them are pretending to have money that they don't to make y'all feel good, you know. And it's just sad. It's like, are you really looking for someone, or are you just not? But guys, men, please pay attention. That is not somebody who wants to really go the distance with you. That's not someone who's interested in you, because a woman who is interested in you would have loved and enjoyed to taste your food.
Exactly. To just be, like you said, to just be invited to his home.
Right.
That in this day and age, to that, to just that. Like, and I think, to me, what men and women need to do, they need to really get with what they like. To me, you are obviously the type who likes to go out, you like to be seen.
Right.
Date another dude who likes to go out and who likes to be seen.
Right. You got all these other dudes in your phone.
Then that's who you should be going out and being seen. Because obviously, homeboy is not the type. He probably took you out because that's what you wanted to do. But it's obviously he's the type that likes to cook for his girl and things like that. So my thing is this: if you that type of chick who likes to go to different restaurants and like to be seen, then that's the type of dude you need to talk to.
Right. The disrespect was real, though. That was, to me, that was disrespectful, regardless to if he said, yeah, we can go there. And I'm pretty sure in conversation, he probably was like, yeah, we can go. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we can go this, that, and the third. But I don't really feel like he promised her on the second date because of the way she was dressed. Now, again, I've seen some men cover this, but they weren't looking at the way she was dressed. And we as women know when it comes to dressing up,
so
how you
like
would
you
dress
said,
up.
he probably did, when she probably did say, oh, this is a restaurant I want to go to, he probably did say, oh yeah, we can go there. He didn't mean yes, the day of their second date. Because like you said, look at the way she was dressed. There's no way in hell she came there expecting to go to fine dining.
Right. There ain't no way. Not dressed like that. You ain't wearing just some leggings and that top. Nope. You're not. You're gonna be dressed to go into a restaurant, a fine dining restaurant, unless your so-called bougie ass ain't never been to a place like that. And then it makes sense of why you don't know how to dress, because your ass ain't never stepped foot.
Exactly, because no one has ever took the time to even probably take us, because that's my thing too. Then she tried to get at his pockets. Like, now you trying to come at his manhood. Now you trying to play him about him not having it. Oh, if you ain't have it, what?
Right. She ain't never been in fine dining. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. She wouldn't have came dressed like that. She would have been like, I got dressed up for this.
Right. No. That's different. I could understand that to a point. Like, if she would have came in there with that little black dress and some heels, her hair zip, looking crazy, and he's like, you know what I mean? Then I would have been like, dang, you should have at least told me. I would have not wore this. You know what I mean? This, that, and the third. But it's obvious. That's why he didn't say that's where they were going.
You got movie clothes and makeup on. You don't got fine dining makeup and clothes on. And us women, we know there's definitely a fucking difference.
Exactly.
So she tried to make it seem like it was more, but I do feel like it was very disrespectful to do that, and not even to have that appreciation. Like, damn, this man cooked for me. And it's sad, men, these women are out there. They're not going to care. They're just seeing what you can do for them. And if you allow yourself to be played, because it is allowing yourself to be played, you're not seeing the signs. If you get to this extent with a woman, know that that's all she wants from you, is for you to pretend and play, because she damn sure would have had a million pictures so she could put on Instagram. I don't know where he took her for the first date, but I'm guessing
it's the same sense. Like, these guys do the same thing. These girls do the same thing when they, wear they ass out and they taking these pictures with their ass out, and they go, and then these guys approach them, and then these guys are approaching them on some sexual type stuff. At the end of the day, you kind of letting yourself, that's like with a dude who has money. If you sitting there flaunting your money and you like this, don't be mad when she's only calling you when she need a bill to be paid. Don't be mad when she only want to go eat because you telling her you got money and you could do this. The same thing with the females. Don't be mad when he calling you at 2 a.m. so he could get his dick wet, because at the end of the day, he already know that you that type of chick that he can call at 2 a.m.
to
get his dick wet. Like, I mean, You can't be mad at those type of things or want to switch it up or change it up. Now, you know, if you coming in like a dude who got money, she's gonna be like, oh, he the one who got money. If you coming in like a slut type of chick who give it up, he's gonna hit you up when he wants you to give it up.
True shit. True shit. People treat you the way you allow them to treat you. So if you don't want to be treated that way, you gon' change. You gonna switch it up. You're not gonna allow it. And you gotta be smarter. The way these people come into this, you gotta be smarter than this, because people they playing.
There's a lot of
But
ungrateful and selfishness in this world.
yeah, I just thought, I was just like, I can't with people these days. Is so, and this is what's wrong with dating. So this is why the dating pool is trash.
That's why it got pee in it, and it got some little doodle in it too.
Was, hey, I like you, you like me, let's give this shit a go, because nowadays it's fucking exhausting. Why? Great question to literally nobody that asked me that, but let's talk about it. Nowadays we got to play this ridiculous game that I don't even think people want to play, but we have to play. It's the game that if I'm interested, I can't act interested, because if I'm coming off as too interested, then you're no longer gonna be interested. So now for me to get you engaged, I have to be playfully condescending, purposely unattentive, and readily unavailable, because ladies, if I'm too nice, that's ugh, right? But if I'm too much of an asshole, well, nobody likes an asshole. So I got to find that in between. And here's the thing, it's different with every woman on the planet. I already need a nap. Also, what the hell does my sign have to do with us? I just wanted to get sushi, not dissect the fact that I was born in June, which, by the way, I had zero control over. And my favorite part is when the older generation goes, when are you going to settle down? I don't know, Bill, okay? It's not 1974 anymore, okay? You competed with literally one guy in your town named Joe. I'm competing with every Joe named Joe on her phone right here. And in addition to that, there's usually an ex that doesn't seem to go away, baggage too heavy to carry, and skeletons in closets that weren't your fault, but you got to deal with. So this video is sponsored by our good friends over at Tito's. It's not, but it'd be really cool, really, really cool if it was.